Hello everyone, this is Danielle for Elle Living, and in this video I'll be telling you all about the Burnham 5K and Half Marathon and all the details you can expect with this event, whether you are a runner or a walker. This race is held in Burnham, Pennsylvania, the heart of Amish country, and it is always on the weekend following Labor Day. It's been voted number 3 on the list of can't miss half marathons in the country by Active.com. This is a fundraiser event, and all the proceeds of the weekend go to the Burnham Fire Company. There are a lot of great perks for participating in this weekend, but maybe what is most special is the true sense of community you will experience while you're here. The Amish slogan of this weekend is Vela Springa, the joy of running in community. And there is no better way of describing this event. If you end up liking this video and want to see more about Lancaster County travel, please subscribe, like, and click the little bell for notifications of when new videos are published. And leave comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. Let's start with the basics of the race. First things first, registering. There are 2 important tips I want you to know. First, if you plan to run the half marathon or Fireman Company Challenge, the earlier you register, the more money you will save. The 5K price stays the same till mid-August, and there is same-day registration for this event if space is available. The second thing I want to make sure you know is that the half will sell out, so don't wait till it's too late. Check out the links below to register and to find out more info. Now let's talk timing. I've already mentioned that this is always the weekend after Labor Day. Everything kicks off that Friday, and there are events going on until Sunday morning. Technically, 11 a.m. Friday is the official start time. This is when the Burnham Marathon Expo begins, as well as when you can start picking up your race packet, shirt, and goodie bag with a local treat inside it that I can pretty much guarantee you will not get at any other race. This all takes place under the huge white tent. There are vendors under that tent, both merchandise and food, and I highly recommend the apple cider donuts, which they make fresh right there under the tent. Important to note, you have until 7 p.m. on Friday to pick up your packet, as there is no packet pickup on Saturday. I will tell you about some race details in a bit, but there are some other fun events I want to point out. Weather permitting, there are hot air balloon launches right before the races on Friday evening as well as Saturday and Sunday morning, which is such an uplifting way to start your run if you ask me. There's also a balloon glow and s'mores party Friday night around 7:30 p.m. after the 5K. It is such a sweet way to end the night, and they do a great job at organizing the s'mores ingredients and the bonfire, and that balloon glow makes the night even more special. So now on to the races. Obviously the half is the main attraction this weekend, but there are other races offered too. First is the Kids Fun Run on Friday night at 6:10 p.m. In this race, the kids run about 700-ish feet to the finish line, with lots of fans cheering them on. They also get a medal, t-shirt, and a goodie bag. The 5K is another race offered this weekend, and it's done on Friday night as well, starting at 6:30 p.m. It's a nice time of day. If you are a walker during this race, you will probably get to see the sun going down, which makes the already beautiful scenery become even more lovely. There's a couple of water stations on this course, a lot of Amish cheering you on, a good amount of animals, some of which may surprise you, and some adorable kids may even spray you with a hose if it's warm enough outside. There is beautiful scenery the entire time, and the best part is you get to run or walk off the beaten path for a good portion of the race. Another race, so to speak, is the Fire Company Challenge. This entails running both the 5K Friday night and the half Saturday morning. You do get a bonus item as your reward if you're accepting this challenge. The half starts at 7:30 a.m. on Saturday morning, rain or shine. They usually have almost 2,000 people run this race, so prepare for those numbers. There is parking in the field right next to where the race begins. A really cool rarity of this race is that it's the only half in the country that is led by a horse and buggy. They also have 12 water stations throughout this race course, manned by the locals, including 6 of them in Amish one-room schoolhouses. There are also 6 rest stops along the course, as well as various sprinklers and ice buckets for when it's very warm. Participants who run this race typically come back year after year, even those from out of state, because it is such a great course. There are 2 meals available under the big tent during the weekend. The first is the all-you-can-eat pizza and pasta meal on Friday evening from 4 to 7 p.m. You will need to sign up online and pay for this in advance. Besides the main dishes mentioned, they also have salad, garlic bread, shoofly pie, and pumpkin pie. All the proceeds from this meal go to the fire company as well. Then on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon, the runners and their supporters can get a free community picnic. Yes, free. They have barbecue chicken and grilled sausages, some sides, and then some cake and ice cream to top it off. Such a neat way to show their appreciation for all the community support. So maybe the most unique part of this whole weekend is what you get as your medal if you run the half marathon. This award has been voted one of the top 10 race awards in the USA by Runner's World magazine. It's an authentic and very local horseshoe medal. This is such a special representation of the area, as they are local horseshoes recycled and polished up a bit for the race. There's a cool video of the making of these medals on the Bird in Hand Half website linked below. But there is arguably an even more unique award you can earn this weekend. It's called the Road Apple Award, and you earn this if you run both the nearby Garden Spot Village Half Marathon in the early spring, as well as this one. If you don't know what a road apple is, well, it's the not-so-little droppings left on the road by the Amish horses as they pull their buggies. It's just a fact of life around here, and this award really showcases that reality. Like I said, it's really unique. Don't worry, they sanitize, purify, and petrify those road apples for you before they become your award. As this video nears its end, I do want to quickly mention lodging because I have a huge tip that you need to know about. But just FYI, I will have details on this lodging option as well as 2 other additional and unique places to stay on another video I'm publishing called My Top 10 Reasons to Go to the Bird in Hand Half Marathon Weekend. There will be a more complete review on that video. But back to the tip. If you want to stay at the Bird in Hand Family Inn, you need to book way in advance. Most of the racers will book for the next year as they are leaving the hotel after the race. You may have some wiggle room for booking, but they sell out every year. It's a great inn, but probably the main attraction is that it is literally right across the street from the race and the best location for these events. The inn is part of the larger Bird in Hand lodging umbrella, and they do have more property to stay at nearby. But the Family Inn is prime location, friends, and not just because it's right next to the race, but also because within walking distance, there is a coffee shop, a farmer's market, multiple gift shops, and a little sandwich and ice cream shop. And right next to the inn is the Bird in Hand Family Restaurant, which is an awesome restaurant where you can eat the local fare. But don't worry if the inn does sell out, because there are other hotels and B&Bs within several miles of this area. So that's my fairly extensive overview of what to expect from the Bird in Hand Half Marathon weekend. It is such a special time and makes for a wonderful weekend getaway. Of course, the main draw to this race is the beautiful scenery. It's serene, picturesque, and peaceful. The sights you see along the way are unique to the race. There is nowhere else like Lancaster County, and this Bird in Hand weekend is such a charming way to experience this community. Don't forget to check out the helpful links below for details and bookings. Thanks for watching and enjoy your adventure.